Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good evening everyone. So my name is Muhammad Hazwan bin Hashim, matrix number 302334. So in this video I would like to explain or tell about my experiences that I had to go through under the internship program under my law school in University Utara Malaysia. I had the chance to go to the Sungai Petani court complex and intern there for around 4 weeks. I started around the 3rd of September and I ended around 28th of the September. So a bit of a backstory on the place that I was attached in. So I was attached personally in the Magistrates Court and also the Sessions Court. So in Sungai Petani Court Complex, there's actually 3 types of courts, which is the Session Court, the Magistrate Court, and also the High Court, which is actually newly established here in Sungai Petani. So I was personally attached in the Sungai Petani Magistrate and also Sessions Court. So in the Sessions Court, there's 2 judges in the Sessions Court, which is Tuan Azman and Tuan Roslan. And then for Magistrates Court, there's 3 courtrooms, which is handled respectively 1, 2, 3 by Puan Fazlina, Tuan Akmal, and also Tuan Azlan. So these 3 are the Magistrates Court, and I personally was attached under Tuan Akmal as my supervisor. So without wasting any more time, I would like to tell you about my experience there at the Sungai Petani Sessions and High Court. So on the first day, on Sunday, I reported for duty in the Penolong Pendaftar's office, whereby she explained the protocols, the do's and don'ts, like how to address certain people, how to do this, do that, and she explained to us briefly about all the things that we need to do. And then after that, we met with Yang Arif Tuan Azman bin Abu Hassan, which is a Sessions Court judge there, and whereby we had a little talk there where he explained about the legal practice differs from academic learning and how important it is for us to start networking now in our studies, so that we have better chances in work for the future. So and then for the next day is when we start going to court, and then for the first time we went into the magistrate courts where we observed drug related cases, and then we also met with our supervisor on Monday. On this day we met with our supervisor in his chambers. So we met with him and we had a little exchange of talks and how to study. He gave us a bunch of tips, etc. And then on the next day I observed another drug case, and then I learned about what DNAA means, which is denial not amount to acquittal. So I also learned about the different inmate shirts, the colors, the codes, and then I also talked with DPPs, also lawyers, and also the policemen there. Over lunch I networked there, and then in the afternoon I also witnessed a decade-old murder case of 2 individuals, Indian individuals. So after that, on Wednesday, there was more drug cases, where after that I went to the Tuan Azman Sessions Court. So after I went to the magistrate drug cases, I went to the Tuan Azman Sessions Court, whereby we saw a cross-examination of a Zoom case about a Bangladeshi witness. So we observed how a case proceeded in a Zoom call, how they had to bring a translator, and how Zoom calls are usually handled out. So after that I went to another case where I saw a murder trial, another murder trial. I saw the evidences there, the postmortem, etc., all there. And then on the last day of the week 1, I went and observed some JPJ cases in the magistrate court, as well as I gave farewell to Yang Arif Narkunavati because she was transferring from Sungai Petani all the way to Shah Alam. So we had a little feast before she parted. And then on the next week, and then for week 2 is also a week full of events. So on the first day, I met with Tuan Roslan at the registry of the Sungai Petani lower courts, whereby I went there to learn about the enforcement codes, about debt collection, about property seizure, and also the role of police in accompanying a bailiff in case there is gangsterism involved. So I learned a lot there. And then on the next day, on Monday, I went to a drug trafficking trial under Section 39B of the Dangerous Drug Act. whereby the trial was conducted for almost 5 years plus now. And then I also saw a domestic abuse case where a father beat his son with a stick until he was really injured. And then I also saw a land fraud dispute under Tuan Azman. And then after the case of Tuan Azman, the fraud case, we went to meet with him in his chambers, whereby he explained to us about the case. He explained the facts all the way from the beginning until the end of the case. So he explained to us the principles in regards to land and and also fraud, what are the elements of fraud. He explained to us everything. So we are very thankful for him for being so kind, for sharing information. And then on Wednesday, on Tuesday, I observed a rape mention case of a 21-year-old who was accused of rape of a minor, of a 16-year-old, and he was only a mention, so it was not a trial yet. And then we followed by 2 drug cases, whereby one of them was actually acquitted due to the lack of evidence from the public prosecutors, and then the other one is also under trial, whereby there was a capital trafficking case where there was an undercover cop that was in the operation itself. And then on Wednesday, it was more packed because there were tons of accused people there, especially in the magistrate court, where we went and we saw many remand cases for the first time. So we learned that in remand cases, usually people cannot go in. However, they made an exception for us interns to go in and observe what is a remand and how the remand cases are handled. So and then we also saw an immigration offense regarding an Thailand woman. And then we also went to Magistrate Court 3 under Tuan Azlan to see a juvenile bullying case, and also gambling violations, and later a land contract dispute in the Sessions Hall. And then on Thursday, I attended the Magistrate Court mentioned cases under Dangerous Drug Act, and I discussed the cause papers with the clerks, and also observed a murder trial cross-examination of a forensic expert, and also I had lunch with the lawyers to talk about practice challenges. And it ended with the supervision of my magistrate, where we met with him to discuss about our daily report, weekly report, sorry. So for week 3 was also very hectic. So for the first day on Sunday, I watched the delayed appeal hearing, and then after the appeal hearing, we saw a drug case whereby the accused was acquitted due to the fact that the lack of evidence from the prosecution side. And then we saw more drug cases in magistrate courts. And then on Monday, I saw a rape case about a foster father, and then we saw a large-scale marijuana trafficking trial with tons of physical boxes in the courtroom itself, with the pungent smell of marijuana in the courtroom. So after that, we went with the DPP Puan Izrin, whereby she explained about the marijuana case itself, about the elements and all of the necessary stuff about the case. And then she also brought us to the detention cells, the cells in the courtroom itself. So and then we also learned about the detainees' rights and stuff like that. And then on Tuesday, we witnessed a rape trial continue, which is the previous day case, whereby we learned that the foster father was charged with a rape of his foster daughter. However, the charge was actually acquitted. And then the investigating officer went to investigate, and the investigating officer himself raped the victim. So we saw the legal arguments presented by both the council and the DPP, and how the criminal procedure code plays a vital important part here in this case. Later, I observed another trafficking trial, drug trafficking trial, and the legal argument brought by one of the lawyers that left a big impact for me. This is Tuan Borhan, whereby he attested the difference in drug weight from the police and the Jabatan Kimia. So and then I spoke with Defence Counsel Mr. Chong, a former police officer who turned into a lawyer. And then we also met with Yang Arif Dharma Fikri, who replaced Yang Arif Narkunavati. And then on Wednesday, I observed an accident case in Magistrate Court 1, but the witness didn't want to come, so the court had to be delayed. So the witness was a doctor who provided the symptoms, the x-rays and stuff like that. And then we went to a civil renovation breach of contract case regarding they bought a land, and then the land was tampered with, so they sued the defendants for that. And then we also saw some divorce petitions, and then we also saw some high court drug trafficking submissions. I also viewed this case at the registry itself. And then on the last day, I went to the magistrate remand hearings. I heard some first-time JPJ traffic offences, and also like any other day, drug consumption case. So this week ended with also a meeting with our supervisor, Tuan Syaiful Akmal, whereby we asked him to sign important documents, as well as having a little brief talk with our weekly report with him. So, and then for my final week, week 4 was slower than usual. So although it was quieter and slower than usual, it was more meaningful for me because I knew that my internship was coming to an end. So while there were fewer proceedings to observe, I focused on consolidating my learning, also wrapping up my duties, and also showing appreciation towards the court staff and my supervisors. So I met with all of the judges for the last time, and we exchanged some talks again. I met with my supervisor. He gave us some chocolate. We gave him some cookies. We also met with all the High Court judges as well. Yang Arif, Datuk Chanjit Lee, whereby she prepared a feast for us to eat. And then also met with Yang Arif Damar Fikri and Tuan Azman. We met with everyone, and then we prepared some gifts as well towards the staff, like some donuts. We gave some to the guards there as well. So it was a very meaningful week for me. So overall, that was my internship journey. From nervous beginnings to observe serious cases to learning from judges and lawyers, and overall, I find that this journey itself is very meaningful for me. I learned a lot from how cases are brought up to the court itself. So I learned a lot, and I hope that in the future I can become a litigation lawyer and go to court every day, so that I can be more in touch with the law itself. So I feel like this opportunity provided by my school itself is very meaningful for me, and also I think I could say the same for others as well. So yeah, that is all from me. Thank you very much.